EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the home course of the PGA Tour, TPC Sawgrass, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 3 as he gets set to begin play. Day 2 on a Friday here at the Players Championship. Frank, it was a sensational opening round for our featured golfer, the young rookie, setting this course on fire yesterday. Birdie after birdie, just a tremendous performance, one that resulted in seeing their name at the top of this leaderboard.
Rich, I'm starting to change my mind on the word rookie. I guess if you're good enough to play in the Players Championship, that means you're one of the, top 150 players in the world. And they are unique in itself. And what we saw yesterday was a man already ready for prime time.
So we have quite a story brewing here. The rookie is leading our featured player with the top spot here on a Friday. It's a good time to bring in Nota Begay, the third man who won twice in his rookie season on the PGA Tour. And Nota, you were out there. What'd you see in that round yesterday?
I just saw a lot of quality golf, a good consistency in the ball strike, some good decision-making, rebounded from the mistakes well, and that's exactly how you piece together a successful round.
Rookie looked like a veteran.
Absolutely, and that's exactly how it has to build. You learn from your mistakes, you try and go out and apply what's been working, and yesterday was a great example of being able to execute at a high level.
532-yard par 5 second here at TPC Sawgrass. Not long as par 5s go, but there is trouble. That is classic Pete Dye. Still, if you play this the right way, you can get out of here with an Eagle 3. That is going to be into that long bunker, and that might be for the best because that little pond there collects a lot of golf balls here at number 2. It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5 the second, you knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just leave that ball carry and just sail towards the green.
Oh, that's a good stroke. Doesn't quite get the reward of the eagle, but a birdie would be a nice consolation, right? Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. And he's going to get it to 1 under for his round and 12 under for the tournament.
Frank, break down the par 3 third for us.
A big ridge in the middle of this green. Really have a front section and a back section. That front bunker, the one that you first see off the tee, that really doesn't come into play. But there's a sneaky one behind the flag and down the left side. Really good par 3.
Okay, took that one just past the hole, but kept it on the right side, so a birdie putt forthcoming. We turn to Nota Begay the third for this look at birdie.
And players have a option to take less break by increasing the speed here.
Nicely done. Things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And he gets it to minus 13 for the tournament, 2 under for the day. Frank, the bunker on the right, I wouldn't call that a pot bunker. That is some kind of a hazard, isn't it?
Yeah, meanders all the way down the right side, but really it's the lesser of two evils. I'd rather be in that bunker on the right than the hill on the left. Well, that one's finished in the first cut. It's going to be a little bit harder to spin it from there with a little bit of grass around the ball, but still not too bad. Shane, good opportunity, but that ball just sailed on by.
Okay, on the putting surface, but work to do from there. Iona's down there. She's had a good look. This for birdie.
Well, it's quite clear to see there's one direction this ball is moving, and it's sweeping from left to right the whole way.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. Frank, how about this par 4 fifth?
I lost count the number of bunkers here, off the tee and sort of in play with the second shot if you're in trouble, or even the one that's sort of left and long. Really good par 4 though. Fairway somehow has to be achieved if you want to reduce this par 4 to just a simple 2-shotter.
We've already seen some narrow landing areas on these first few holes. Number 5, no different, and that is really a good tee shot there. Now the second shot here at the 5th. What's the best play here, Frank?
If the flag's back right, there's nothing wrong with being in the middle of the green. Actually, nothing wrong with being in the middle of the green no matter where the flag is. And that's a good approach shot too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
Birdie putt coming up, down to Noda.
And this coming just slightly back up the hill, but the thing he's got to watch out for, it's definitely going to move to his right.
Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet.
Yeah, just didn't play enough break there, and it comes up short.
That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And this will remain a 3-shot lead. Frank, what do you think of the 6th? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Just under 80 yards to go now as he'll decide how to flight his second. Okay, that's acceptable there. Oh, the pace perfect on that one. It's in for birdie. And he's got it to 14 under par. Seventh hole here at Sawgrass, Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions. Well, another great round, just getting better all the time. You couldn't place that any better down the middle of the fairway.
Now the approach to the seventh. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of this green, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out. Well, no surprise. We've already seen some great iron shots this week, but that is another one.
Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. He moves to 15 under. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. And here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 ninth?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2, but you can make an absolute mess here at 9.
All right, in the fairway.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Oh, how about that for a blast out of the bunker? Nearly hold it for eagle. Not much more than a tap in there. It is a birdie at the 9th, and that will be a 31 on the front side, 5 under par. We start the inward 9 with a 424-yard par 4 dogleg left with trees on the right and a large bunker down the left. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here.
Frank, where's the difficulty on this approach here at the 10th?
It's really the shape of this green. That little front piece, you have to be right on the money there. And then, of course, that green starts to open up and then move to the right.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie.
Chance now for another birdie.
And he's seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
Oh, needed just a little bit of a turn, but that will somehow stay right on the edge. So that's in for a par to start this backside. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament.
Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for two that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. Seen more than one ball splash in the pond over the years.
That will do just fine. That's a nice shot right there, landed just short, released onto the green, and now a chance for an eagle 3. Oh, yeah. I mean, some days you just can't miss, and this is one of those days. What a putt there as he'll walk away with an eagle. On now to the 12th. It's a par 4 at a mere 369 yards, and with a number like that, it means for many players, this is drivable. But before taking the head cover off the driver, consider there's water left, pot bunkers right, and a gentle slope.
Well, it's in the first cut. We know you can't spin the ball as much from the first cut. Still lying okay.
Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. Now this for another birdie. Nope. That one safely in. It's par here at 12. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Hole number 13 here at Sawgrass, tricky 181-yard par 3.
You don't have to hit directly at this flag. When that flag's at the back there, you can use the contours. When it's on the left, once again, you can use the ridge in the middle of the green. Matter of fact, one of the hardest hole locations is when it's in the front right, because that's when you have to be perfect.
How about the touch there? Beautifully done. Just like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And he's just continuing to pour it on here on this Friday. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Second shot now, and has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still, inside 40 feet, just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
So now this, right around 25 feet for birdie. Nah, that's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he's going to stay at 19 under par. Such a good stretch of holes coming off that difficult 14th now to the 470-yard par 4 15th. Again, demanding. And this tee shot, you have to be on your game. As simple as that.
Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this, I like to say, is in the mayor's office.
From the fairway nota, this is second.
150 left to the hole. Wind definitely hurting in his face.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now. Wondering what might have been. Oh, everything is coming up roses for our leader. How about this? Holding it from off the green to extend that lead. Frank, I think one of the things that fans love about this gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, each hole has that sort of hold your breath moment. Certainly 17, we know when that ball's in the air, you're holding your breath. Is it wet or dry? 16, same on that second shot. You're holding your breath wondering, where is it? Right in the water or left with a chance for 3?
That's why you don't want to get too sloppy on that tee shot. A lot of people look at 16 because there's a wide fairway and they think just get it down there. But the extra 10 or 15 yards, there's a little ridge down that left side. If you catch that, the ball will kick good 20 yards further forward. 20 yards is 2 clubs. I'd much rather go into 17 with a 4-iron than a 2-iron.
Excellent second shot here at the par 5. Frank, certainly a birdie is well within range.
Well, from that distance, that second shot, that's inside the PGA Tour standard, really. Two super shots, and you're right. Outside chance for three.
That's a good set of hands right there to get it that close from that far away.
This round finishing strong. Back-to-back birdies now at 15 and 16. And he continues to just build up a massive lead for the weekend.
Frank, it's the moment that makes it tough, isn't that right?
Yeah, you've made that walk from 16 green. It's 80 yards to the tee here. So as you walk along, and if your eyes venture to the right, you see it all in front of you. You see the crowd behind, and you realize this is the shortest par 3 on the golf course. But you also, if you think a little too hard, everything that you've seen over the years flashes through your mind.
Okay, mission accomplished. That is safely aboard this island green. Yes, the speed spot on. It's a late birdie here at 17. And that means he'll get it to 22 under par.
Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
Frank, it's all about focus and positive imagery, isn't it, here on this approach shot at the 18th?
You have to be precise with your target here. You can't be looking left at the water or mounds on the right. Plus, there's all the mounding on the screen. So, in the end, look at the flag, aim at the flag, go there.
Chance now for another birdie.
And if you've ever used a putting mat as a holiday gift, this is the putt. Slightly up the hill, dead straight.
Oh yeah, bottom of the barrel for birdie here at 18. It's the best field of the year to this point, and it is top of this Players' Championship through 36 holes.
Rich, this weekend is compelling because this golf course doesn't favor anyone. TPC Sawgrass, there's so many holes really where you can attack in different ways, and of course there's that finish. 16, 17, and 18. Water and play on each one of those 3 holes. Who can survive?
So for Frank Nobilo, Notable Gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.